Hello, Marcus. It's really lovely to meet you. Please come in and take a seat.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to meet you too, Miss Chen. I really appreciate you making time for this.
Of course, this is exactly what these meetings are for. I always enjoy meeting the families of my students. It makes such a big difference.
I was a little nervous coming in, to be honest. I wasn't sure what to expect.
That's completely understandable. A lot of parents feel that way. But please don't worry. Today is just a relaxed conversation about Leo and how things are going.
That's reassuring to hear. He talks about your class a lot at home, actually.
That's wonderful to know. Leo is a really lovely boy. He has a great energy in the classroom.
He does at home too. He can be a lot of energy sometimes.
I can imagine. He keeps us all on our toes, that's for sure, but in a good way.
So, how is he doing overall? Is he keeping up with the rest of the class?
That's a great question, and I'm happy to go through everything with you today. Overall, Leo is making solid progress. There are some areas where he is doing really well, and a couple of areas where I think we can give him a little extra support.
Okay, I'd love to hear about both.
Let's start with the positives. Leo is genuinely one of the most enthusiastic readers in the class. Every time we have reading time, his hand goes straight up. He loves stories, and his comprehension is really strong.
Oh, that's great to hear. We read together every night at home, so I'm glad that's coming through.
It absolutely is. You can always tell when a child has that kind of support at home. It makes a real difference to their development.
What about his writing? He told me you've been working on that recently.
Yes, writing is something we focus on a lot this term. Leo has some lovely ideas when he writes. His imagination is really something. But he sometimes rushes and doesn't check his work carefully before he hands it in.
I've noticed that at home too. He always wants to be finished first.
It's very common at this age. The key is helping him slow down and take pride in his finished work. I've been encouraging him to read back through everything before he passes it to me.
That makes sense. Is there anything I can do at home to help with that?
Absolutely. One of the most effective things you can do is give him a short writing task at home once or twice a week. Nothing long, even just 3 or 4 sentences about something that happened that day. Then ask him to read it back to you out loud before he finishes.
That sounds very manageable. I can definitely do that.
It really does help. When children hear their own words spoken out loud, they naturally catch their own mistakes. It builds what we call self-editing skills.
Self-editing. I like that phrase. So he becomes his own little proofreader.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. And once that habit forms, it stays with them for life.
What about maths? He hasn't mentioned maths much at home, which either means it's going really well or he's avoiding the subject entirely.
That made me smile. Honestly, maths is somewhere in the middle for Leo right now. He understands the basic concepts well. Addition, subtraction, early multiplication. He's solid on all of those.
Good. I remember struggling with maths myself at his age, so I always worry a little.
It's very natural to project our own experiences onto our children, but Leo really does have a good mathematical instinct. Where he needs a bit more practice is with word problems.
Word problems. You mean the ones where there's a little story and you have to figure out the sum from the story?
Precisely. Those require a child to read carefully, understand the context, and then apply the correct operation. It's actually a combination of reading and math working together.
That makes sense. So it's not just about the numbers, it's about understanding the language around the numbers too.
Exactly right. And that's something we're working on in class regularly. I just want to make sure you have the full picture so we can work together as a team.
I really appreciate that. It feels good to know what's actually going on, rather than just waiting for a report card at the end of term.
That's exactly why I love these meetings. A report card gives you a number or a grade. A conversation gives you a real understanding of your child.
Can I ask you something a little different? How is Leo doing socially? Does he get on well with the other children?
That's such an important question, and I'm really glad you asked. Leo is a genuinely popular boy in the class. He's kind to the other children, and they like him a lot.
That's a relief. He talks about his friends all the time at home. There's one boy called Sam who seems to come up in every single story.
Sam and Leo are inseparable. They bring out the best in each other most of the time, though occasionally they're a little too chatty when they sit together.
That sounds about right. Should I be concerned about that?
Not at all. A little social chatter in class is completely normal at this age. I just keep an eye on it and redirect them when needed. It hasn't affected his focus in any serious way.
Good to know. What about his confidence? Sometimes at home, he says he doesn't think he's smart.
I've noticed that too, and it's something I think about with Leo. He is a bright child, but he can be quite hard on himself when he makes a mistake.
Yes, he really doesn't like getting things wrong.
That's actually very common in children who care deeply about doing well. The challenge is helping them understand that making mistakes is a normal and necessary part of learning.
How do you handle that in class?
I try to celebrate effort rather than just results. When a child tries hard on something difficult, I make sure the whole class sees that acknowledged. It helps shift the focus away from being right or wrong and toward the value of trying.
I love that approach. I think I need to do more of that at home, too.
It makes a huge difference. When children feel safe making mistakes, they take more risks, and taking risks is how they grow.
That's really wise. Is there anything else you'd suggest I do at home to support him?
A few practical things that really work well. First, keep the conversation about school positive and curious. Ask him what was the most interesting thing he learned today, rather than asking if he was good.
Oh, that's a clever shift. I always ask if he was good.
It's a very natural thing to ask, but questions about learning open up much richer conversations than questions about behavior.
That makes a lot of sense. What else?
Limit screen time in the hour before bed and replace it with something quieter. Reading, drawing, or even just chatting about his day. Children who wind down without screens tend to sleep better and come to school more focused.
We do struggle with that. He always wants more time on his tablet in the evenings.
Every family does. It's one of the biggest challenges right now. Even small changes make a noticeable difference. Start with 15 minutes less and build from there.
That feels manageable. I'll try that this week.
And finally, when he does something well at home, name it specifically. Don't just say, "good job." Say something like, "I noticed you worked really hard on that and didn't give up." Specific praise is so much more powerful than general praise.
Specific praise. I'm writing that down. This is all genuinely helpful. I feel like I came in with a lot of questions and I'm leaving with actual answers.
That's exactly what this is for. You clearly love Leo very much, and he's lucky to have a parent who shows up and asks these questions.
He means everything to me. I just want to make sure I'm doing right by him.
You already are. Showing up today is proof of that. Keep doing what you're doing at home, and we will keep doing our part here at school. Together, he's going to do really well.
Thank you so much, Miss Chen. This has honestly been one of the most useful conversations I've had in a long time.
It was my pleasure, truly. Please don't hesitate to reach out anytime. My door is always open.
I'll take you up on that. Have a wonderful evening.
You too, Marcus. Take care, and say hello to Leo for me.
I will. He'll be happy to hear that. Goodbye, Miss Chen.
Goodbye. It was truly lovely to meet you.